So I want to model, illustrate 3/4 divided by 2/5, which I can interpret as how many groups of 2/5 are in 3/4. So in other words, I'm asking 2/5 goes into 3/4 how many times? So I'm going to draw out my 2/5 using some square cakes. So let's say that's my whole cake for that one. And matching square cake over here. Looks pretty close. And for the fifths, those are kind of hard to cut some days. It's smaller than a fourth. So maybe that's 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. First one looks a little big. Maybe I'll cut it a little bit smaller, like there, 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 there. Not too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to the best of my ability, equal pieces, and I want 2 of them. Oops. Highlighter. That's my highlighter. Okay, so there's my 2/5. My fourths I like to cut the other way, and we'll just split it down the middle horizontally, and then cut each of those in half horizontally. And a fourth is a little bit bigger than a fifth, and I have 3 of them. All right, so how many of this shape fit inside of that shape? Well, we can't easily answer that unless they're all the same size. And remember, fractions have to be equal parts of a whole. So we've got to use that idea here too. And we do not have equal parts. So to make equal parts, I'm going to cut this one in fifths. And this one in fourths. So now when I look at this here, I can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces there that I'm looking to find over here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's one group right there. Is there another? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite. So altogether, how many pieces are there here? There are 3 by 5. There's 15 of them. So the question of this, how many times does 2/5 to go into 3/4 is very much like the question is how many times does 8 go into 15? Well, 8 goes in there once. There's one whole group in there. And then there's a part of that group of 8. What part? Well, there's 7 out of 8 pieces left in there. So 8 goes into 15 one time with 7 out of 15, 7 out of 8, sorry, left over. Yeah, I'm looking for how many of these live here. There's almost 2 of them, not quite. So what have I found? There are 1 7/8 groups, 2/5 in 3/4. So that means 3/4 divided by 2/5 is 1 7/8. Now, this idea also leads to a fun method for division of fractions. And that method is find a common denominator and then throw out the denominator. So what do I mean by that? So check it out. Let's get to a new page here. I want to take 3/4 and divide by 2/5. My claim is one way to do that is finding a common denominator. So the common denominator here would be 4 times 5 or 20. And 3/4 multiplying top and bottom by 5 would be 15/20 divide that over here. 4 times 5 would be 20. So 4 times 2 would be 8. So that's 8/20ths. And once I find a common denominator, I don't need the denominator anymore. The answer is 15/8.